kind of an interesting roadmap already of things that we know are going to change within the first patch, because the game will come out and we're going to have gear that and correct me if I'm wrong, Preach, this is straight up a question. To my knowledge, the last time that I actually checked, we're going to have gear that's not tier gear the first raid, right? For Castle Nathria. Yeah. So that means then we'll get another patch, and all of a sudden there's actually going to be a big fulcrum shift in the game, even in that first patch, because all of a sudden they've alluded to tier gear coming back in that next raiding tier.
I mean, I wouldn't rely on that.
Do you think it's going to happen, though? I think they're going to bring tier gear back.
I feel like they're going to bring it back. I feel like they've done so much to say that it's coming back that I almost feel like no matter what happens, they have a giant fucking win, like in the bag already, where they're just like, yeah, well, whatever happened at the beginning, and then 9.1, we'll give them tier gear back. And it's going to be.
No, I don't buy that. Maybe they talked about it for PvP, right? So they said PvP might get some special bonuses and things, which alludes to tier bonuses. Yeah. But the new legendaries are tier set bonuses put on orange items, and Azerite traits. Yeah. It would feel, yeah. If you look at the new legendaries, they're not, new. There's some Legion legendaries. Most of them are tier bonuses from previous tiers. Some of them are Azerite traits that are put onto Legos. I feel like they would add more Legos before they would go down. I mean, I can tell you, I sat in a room and I talked to Ian, and I brought up tier gear, and he looked at me, and that look.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, I sat in a room and we were talking, and I just said, "Yeah, you could bring tier gear back." And he kind of looked at me and he was like, "Yeah, we could."
Yeah, that could.
And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah. I don't know. I'd like to see that come back. I'd love to see tier gear come back. I enjoyed getting it. I can see why they got rid of it in Legion, and I can see why, or like in BFA, right? Because of the Legion concerns of like having your 4-piece and your 2-piece and everything like that. Sure, but I still did enjoy tier gear more than just like having a pair of leggings with haste and mastery. I think it was massively better.
I liked it, but they have so many different things now. Like, they've got legendaries, which are tier set bonuses in a lot of cases. They have conduits, they have soul binds, they have all these extra things. And one of the things they're aiming for in this is not to add new system. And tier systems will be a new system. And they really don't like you having to have 4 items that are taken up by certain stuff. They don't want that. Even though they did do that in BFA, despite saying they hated it, they did exactly the same with Azerite and the necklace. But I don't see tier sets coming back. I don't even think it's necessary. I think twists, different Legos, stuff like that is enough. Different conduits would be nice. There's other ways of them doing it without it being tier sets. And that's Ian's point, and I do agree with him. They could do it in a different way that's not tier set specifically.
I don't disagree. They definitely could. But one thing that I feel like is unacceptable, and you guys can disagree with me, I'm very curious to see how you feel. The second that tier sets were getting removed, I think one of the main cries that a lot of people had, myself included, was the idea of, I do not want to go back to TOC gear and the feeling of TOC.
The transmog concerns.
You're just not getting any interesting class identity with how your set actually looks. You're not achieving any of that. And they had, I remember the video, it was when they did like those I don't know if it was weekly videos, but they would do the videos. Asmon would react to them live and be like, oh shit, dude, there it fucking is, dude. Oh shit, dude.
No,
oh my
shit, dude, come on.
Yeah. Every 30 seconds he'd say, oh shit, dude, but in one of those videos, they basically said, okay, just because we're getting rid of tier sets, we're actually going to be able to lean into themes even more. It's just not going to be class identity. It's going to be much more, what the raid is. You're going to be able to have this, this, and this. And I'll be honest, the second that Uldir came out, we had lackluster gear the entirety of the expansion. It was some of the worst gear that I've ever fucking seen. And I don't give a fuck if there are tier sets or not. I want to have good gear. I did not care about how a single piece of gear looked the entirety of this expansion. And that's never happened before, right? I mean, the art team's incredible. And I think that the system being the way that it does, it just doesn't promote making those varied sets nearly as much.
Yeah, it sucks when they tell you that they're removing something so they can focus on something else, and then that sucks.
And then they don't focus on the something else, and then you just end up with the removal.
Something.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't give us the new thing. But the cool thing is this time, I don't know if you guys know, but you don't even get weapon drops in the new raid. They're tokens so that they so that your weapons and stuff match your Covenant style. So that's a really cool thing they're doing, because if you ideally, if you fall in love with a Covenant, right?
Okay.
And so you love the Venthyr. So I did the full campaign. I got the full Venthyr armor set, the plate one. It looks awesome. Is that when I get if I love the Venthyr look, and they're doing this thing of identity, right? So you look like a Venthyr, but then you get your raid gear, your weapon. You can then change that into a Venthyr style two-hander, one-hander, whatever it's supposed to be. But if you're a Night Fae, you'll take that token back to the Night Fae and get a Night Fae style, which should go with that identity. So they're really hoping that one, you like the new tier sets, and you can do the look. It is cool. It's a great idea.
Yeah. It's basically they're adding in more opportunities for people to have different gear. Like, I think transmog and that type of metagame is really important for a lot of people. It's like the appearance function of the game.
Everybody's gonna be a full set Andy. Literally every single person is gonna be a full set Andy.
Yeah, because it looks good. I mean, that's the reason you want to be a full set Andy sometimes. You just want to look good, man. That's all there is to it.
We only disallowed them in our transmog competitions because it was their work, not yours, right? But some of the sets are so good. The complete sets, they're absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I mean, so I usually, honestly, I do the transmog competitions all the time, and I usually just wear a full set. It's the laziest shit ever, and people get so mad about it. They're like, how's this asshole judging everybody whenever he's in a full set? It's not good.
I just think about when I did it. I hate transmog. I'm not interested. I haven't changed them in 3 years.
I don't know. All I know is if you really want to win an Asmon transmog competition, you just wear purple.
Oh.
It's easy. That's true.
You got a thing for purple?
Oh, jeez, no, I don't. It's there are 3 purple transmogs that won a competition, and from now on, everybody just thinks purple equals win. And anytime that anything is purple, they just assume that I'm gonna call it a great set, and I'm gonna give it a win. And I don't even do that. And it doesn't matter how many fucking weeks I go by and it doesn't happen. They still fucking think the same thing.
Dude,
doesn't make a difference.
You know how you
got to bring some grapes with you next week, right, Rich?
Yeah,
grapes. Get his good books,
dude. Okay, you'll understand. You've been in a relationship for how long? Years.
A
right?
long, 20 years.
You know that person, so you do little things without even bringing it up that you just know that person will like. Have you noticed that every graphic I make for shit that Asmon and I do together, it's always purple? If I really want to make Asmon,
are you comparing you two to a marriage? What's happened?
Yeah,
in a way, it's like a nerd marriage. I put anytime I want Asmon to be happy, I just make the graphic purple, or I'll throw a Kraken on it. He loves Krakens. Yeah. He just loves Krakens. Anytime, dude, a purple Kraken.
Apparently you're being wooed, Zach. Do you feel wooed? Is he treating you right?
I feel pretty good, man.
You feel pretty good?
Yeah, Twitch did the same thing for me. They sent me a whole purple robe. I've got it now, too. Yeah, I'm doing purple, great, dude. Man.
No,
he loves purple and he loves Krakens and snacks. That's it. Dude likes 3 things.
Well, you find out what you like, and that's about it. You don't need to change.